Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's blog. Here to continue with my tips for week 1 of the 2015 fantasy football season. Now I'm here to talk about some players that you should start this week and players that you should put on the bench. Start with some of my starters. There's a bit of concern with receiver Randall Cobb of the Green Bay Packers. They're actually due for a favorable matchup at Chicago this week, and I know that Randall Cobb is dealing with the shoulder injury, but he has been given the thumbs up to play. He's still listed as probable. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think if he does play, he can still give you some good valuable points this week because of the fact that Jordy Nelson is out for the season with a knee injury. Next up, Kansas City is going to be playing against Houston. Now I do think that Jeremy Maclin should have a pretty good matchup this week at the receiver position against that Houston Texans great defense, because they do have good pass rushers, but as far as the secondary, it's a little bit questioned. I think that Jeremy Maclin could give you some valuable points. I think at least in the 12-point range this week. I think that will be decent enough against a good Texan defense. Now, defense, speaking of a defense that you should definitely start, I think the Jets defense against the Cleveland Browns, they still in a buckle in offense at quarterback for the Browns offense, and I think that the Jets will definitely capitalize this week defensively, give you some valuable points. Now, there is one particular player that I do like as a sleeper this week, and I think I have to go with Allen Robinson of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, due to the fact that Cecil Shorts is no longer with the team and Julius Thomas should be out this week with an injury, I think that Allen Robinson could be a decent red zone threat this week. I think they're still trying to adjust things together in the ground attack for the Jacksonville Jaguars with Denard Robinson and TJ Yeldon. But as far as the air attack, I think that Blake Bortles can be due for a better season than he had as a rookie, and Allen Robinson's numbers should stock up this year. He's definitely a good sleeper this season at the receiver position. Now, one player in particular that I am concerned about starting, I think you should bench this week, and that is rookie running back Melvin Gordon of the San Diego Chargers. Now, this week they're going to be playing against the Detroit Lions, who's actually furious and against the run last season, and I think that San Diego Charger running back Melvin Gordon could be due for a bad game. Also, keep in mind that Danny Woodhead has been having a pretty good preseason, and Danny Woodhead is actually a threat to Melvin Gordon as far as his touches every time Woodhead touches the football. That is a little bit of concern, but just keep an eye out for Melvin Gordon this week as well as this season. Now, a couple other players that I think that you should bench this week. I'm going on the defensive side. I do not think you should start on New York's defense, even with Jason Pierre-Paul kind of back in the team, but he shouldn't be due to play much this week. Still dealing with that hand injury. Also, another concern is the Buffalo defense against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, despite the fact that they are playing at home, they still are playing against Andrew Luck, a great quarterback. And the real concern that I have for Buffalo's defense is not the defense alone. It's more offensively. With Tyrod Taylor, he's actually named the starting quarterback this week. I'm a little bit concerned. Now, he's still a good athlete, but we don't really know how far the offense will show for the Bills this week, as well as this season. I am a little bit concerned, but I think they could do good enough to keep the defense to become one of the top defenses in the National Football League as far as fantasy play. Now, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and shoot me a comment below. Just ask me anything you need, and I will reach back to you as soon as possible with an answer for you for your first week of this season. But bottom line, I think for remaining players, you should go right ahead and start this week, because this is the first week. We need to test out our players to see how they will fare later on in the season. The first couple of weeks is really more testing weeks, but then that's when you have to get more strategic and making up decisions for later on in the season. Now, the next time I catch you guys will be next Thursday, where I will begin talking about week 2 of the fantasy season. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.